Today, I will tell you 10 short conversations between two people, the man and the woman. Let's begin. Conversation 1. The woman said to the man, they were reviewed his cover letter and resume, and had decided that he was a good candidate for a position in their firm, and she wanted to know if he could come by for an interview that Friday. And the man thought that was perfect, and he said he was free all day long, and he wanted to know what time he should come in and how long will it take. And the woman replied to him that the preliminary interview would be at 10 in the morning, and she thought it usually took 20 minutes. And after that, he maybe called her back for final interview. And she commented that would be on Monday, and the man thought that was great, and he said he would be seeing her Friday morning. And then conversation 2. The woman wanted to know if the man knew that old bakery down the street, and she commented, and she said she had heard that it was going to be closing down soon. And the man thought that was sad, and he said that shop was owned and operated by an elder married couple, and then it would be probably become a coffee shop chain. And the woman replied to him that it was a shame that it was so hard for small family-owned business to stay profitable those days, and she wished there had been something they could do. And the man suggested staying a fundraiser for the bakery, and he thought maybe they could keep it open. And now conversation 3. The man said hello to the woman, and he said before he could prescribe her daughter any medication, he needed to know how long she had been showing symptoms. And the woman replied to him that her daughter had started coughing a lot the morning before, and by the afternoon she had been running a high fever, and she wanted to know if it was serious. And the man thought her daughter would be fine, and he explained colds were common among children, especially at that time of year. And he suggested giving her daughter some medicine to soothe the cough. And he wanted to know if her daughter had any allergies. And the woman replied to him that her daughter wasn't allergic to anything. And she said she commented, at least not that she was aware of. And conversation 4. The woman said hello to the man, and she said she had come to ask him if he had time to talk about the design for the new logo that she had submitted the week before. And the man was sorry about that, and he said he hadn't got any time right then because there was an important meeting he had to be at in a few minutes. And he thought it would take a call morning. And the woman replied to him that she had just wanted to know if he had thought her design had been interesting, or if he wanted her to make any change. and the man suggested stopping by his office before she go home that evening, and he thought they could chat about it then. And then conversation 5. The man said to the woman he was going to arrange a meeting to discuss the new office recycling policy, and the woman replied to him that she hadn't heard anything about that, and she wanted to confirm that we had already recycled. And the man agreed with her. However, he commented they were going through far too much copy paper, and he was afraid it was being wasted. And he said a number of people there were also neglecting to put used paper in the recycle bins, and the woman thought that was probably true, and she commented if they told them to be more aware of the problem, she thought they would start conserving more paper. And then conversation 6. The man said to the woman, and he wanted to confirm that the woman had asked him to drop off the Lego files at the courthouse that afternoon. However, he had never been there before, and he wanted to know the best way to get there. And he wanted to know if the woman knew the best way to get there. And the woman replied to him that if he drove, it was pretty easy to find, although traffic was potentially bad at that time of day. And she commented the downtown area was crowded and a lot of people were on their lunch breaks. And the man thought he could take a subway or a bus, and he wanted to know if public transportation would get him there quickly. And the woman disagreed with him, and he showed him she gave him $20, and she suggested catching a cab. And then conversation 7. The woman said to the man, and she was introduced herself, and she said his son Peter was in her English class, and she explained she was calling because she would like to meet with him sometime and talk about his son's academic performance. And the man was probably that. He said he had knew there had been a problem, and he wanted to know if his son was doing poorly. And the woman disagreed with him, and she said his son was doing quite well, and she thought his son may be eligible to enter an advanced program for gifted students. And she commented before she had commenting. She had approval from his parents, and the man was proud by that, and she thought that was a great news, and he suggested letting his wife know that she had called her and calling back the woman back to schedule an appointment. And then conversation 8. The man said to the woman he wanted to buy a space heater for the bedroom, and he thought it would keep them warm in the winter and reduce their power bills. And the woman disagreed with him. She said she didn't think there was enough room in the bedroom for a space heater, and she was worried it would make the air too dry. And the man commented, no, not if they got a new motor. And he commented they were making them much smaller those days, and they had already gotten the humidifier. And the woman replied to him that she guessed it was worth a try, and she hopped the man was right about the whole pill. She thought they had been paying far too much ever since the weather became cold. And then conversation 9. The man said to the woman, and he said they had just received her shipment of limited edition Brazilians, and they had been extremely impressed with craftsmanship. And he commented they were very confident that the product would sell big in their stores, and so they were wondering if the woman could make another 20 units by May. And the woman was happy to hear that. However, she commented 20 units by May was a very big order, and she didn't think they could have that order by May. And she thought she explained they would need at least a month to have that done. And the man commented they had been worried about that. However, he could assure her that he would be very well compensated if.
Ủa nó quay mình đây.
Bên cái đầu mình
Ủa
And the man commented they had been worried about that. However, he could assure the woman that she would be very well compensated if she could have 20 years done by May. And he said they would cover all shipping costs as well. And the woman replied to him that that was a tempting offer, and she said if they shipped it by air, that would take quite a bit of the burden. However, she didn't think that would be enough, and she said she would contact the factory, and so if they could also part of the contract with another company, perhaps even hire more workers. And she stressed phoning her people and having an answer for him by Tuesday. And the last conversation 10. The man got the woman's attention, and he wanted to know if the woman could tell him where to find mustard. And the woman replied to him that he could find mustard at the rest of the condiments in our time. And she said buns and bread were in aisle 10, and if he was planning his summer cookout, be sure to check out their sale at the butcher's counter. And she commented hamburger patties were on sale, and the man wanted to know what about this. And he explained his wife had asked him to pick up some steak for dinner, and he wanted to know if they were sale too. And the woman agreed with him, and she replied to him that some brands of steak were on sale, and she stressed asking which ones when you got there. Thank you for listening. Bye bye.
Why?